we are going to get some ash tree seeds.
Woohoo! That's right, week 6, Reconnect Hartcliffe, up Dundry, ash seeds. So, first of all, we are going to get a load of these little beauties. And we're going to take them back and pickle them, amongst other things.
We pick a loads of ash seeds and we picked all of them and we're gonna eat them with cheese.
Well, that's a little result. I'm walking back in the branches snapped, or looks like it's too much weight or not, or the wind or whatever, and it just happens to be an ash tree with about 8 billion sets of keys on it. Ash keys, ash seeds, same thing.
Wow, this is my kind of wish.
Oh yes. Just so you know, you can tell an ash tree with these little black buds here that look like arrowheads from a bow and arrow, from the arrows. Little black buds. Yeah! Check it out! So we've got the ash seeds. What we're going to do now is basically we're going to start taking them off and taking them away from the stalk. Then we give them a little wash. What you do want to do, I mean at this time of year it's perfect, is hold them up to the light. You want to make sure when you pick them that they've basically got really small seeds and not bulging out. This time of the year, perfecto! Day 2. You can do this in one day. We've just been out and about. So you've got your ash keys there boiling there. You're going to boil them for 5 minutes. Then you're going to sieve them. Then you're going to put fresh water in again. You're going to boil them again. And then you're going to sieve them again. You can do it more than that, to be honest. The more you do it, the better it'll be. But I'm just going to do it twice. Once you've done that, you just leave them in the sieve or the colander or whatever, just to let them to cool down. And now we're going to do the vinegar. So the recipe is 2 cups of the keys and then 2 cups of cider vinegar. Okay, I've just chucked loads in, so my measurements can be slightly different. But what you want to do for you guys, you want to put in, let's get this on. So we've got some clove. And to be honest, you can mix and match with all these different spices. If you've got whatever spices you've got at home, just give it a go. So normally this would be, if you're going for the 2 cups of cider, 2 cups of seeds, it would be 1 tablespoon, but I'm doing it slightly different. Okay, then there's cinnamon. Again, it would be 1 tablespoon if you're going on the 2 cups. I'm doing it slightly different. To be honest, I'm just making it up as I go along. Yeah. Allspice. 1 tablespoon. There's a common theme, isn't there, with this? Ginger, so about half, wasn't it? So brown ginger, 1/2 tablespoon with the recipe I was telling a minute ago. I'm putting in more because I've got more. And just, the recipe says 8 peppercorns. Now that is an absolute load of old rubbish. Just chuck in whatever. I mean, don't go too mental. So I'm pretty much doubling up. So I've thrown a few more in. If you've got any bay leaves, chuck them in. It says 4 on the recipe. Next thing will be sugar. If you've got brown sugar, use brown sugar. If you haven't, use white, normal kind of white sugar, not a problem. You want 3 big tablespoons of this. Okay. As I said, you could do anything with different spices. So you could chuck in, don't even do this, just chuck in curry powder, chuck in some garlic, chuck in chilies, anything really, anything that you do for making a curry, just give that a go. Because it'd be the same thing, the same process that you go through. And as well as that, we want some salt. And again, just remember 1 teaspoon. But like I said, I'm doing it slightly different. Okay. Now what you're going to do, it's going to get your cider vinegar, and you could use normal vinegar, white vinegar even. Go, watch out, mate. Your timing is amazing. Come up here then. Get around here, quick. Right, so if you hold that, so like I said, the recipe, if you think don't they all just come at the right time? Not. Hold on then. You need to hold this. Susie. Right, well, don't do anything. Right. Right. Pull that in. Pull that in there, mate. So that's 1 cup. Like I said, I've doubled up on this. Yeah, hold it again. This is just chuck it in. A turn for the better. Ooh! Who was that? You little stinker. Coming over here, gate crashing the party and fluffing on my videos. Anyway. Right, chuck it in.
Maybe that's the ingredient we need.
Oh, lovely. Right, okay, so now all we do is we're using just a normal, if you've got stainless steel, it's better, a pot, and then what you want to do is then put that in to another pot and fill it with water. Why we do this, I don't know, but every recipe I looked at seems to do it. So if someone knows what they're on about and they would like to tell us, then crack on.
And Gilbert's helping too.
Okay, so this is basically like a bain-marie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably so it doesn't hard boil.
So you just want it to simmer. Steady girl. Susie, watch out. And you're going to let that simmer for about, Susie, careful, 5 minutes. Okay, so we've just boiled these twice, and each time I add fresh water. Okay, we've just sieved it out for the second time. We're basically chucking them in a tray because we just want them to dry slightly. All right, whilst we were doing all that, we had the cider vinegar and all the spices and all the what's it in there. So then now what we need to do is to get this to cool down. Now in the recipe, it says wait 4 hours. That is a massive pain in the bum. So I'm guessing that I can just pour cold water in a sink with a plug in around the pan, and then we should soon, hopefully, I reckon an hour, half an hour, be ready to go to the next stage. The seeds now have dried out a little bit. The liquid has cooled down, so all we need to do now is fill up the sterilised jars, so again either in the dishwasher or in hot water or in the oven. Do you want to fill it up, Gib, to about there? So you want to fill it up to about, just a little bit at a time, mate. Fill it up to about 1 centimetre, 2 centimetres from the top, and then that'll give you enough space. Just a little handful at a time, that's it. Chuck it in. Well done. Push it in. That's it. A little bit. Because if you try and put all of it in like that, yeah, small bits at a time. See what I'm doing? Like that. Okay, but poke it in. Okay, a little bit at a time. Poke it in. Well done.
That's it.
All right, I'll shake it like that, and we still need to put a bit more in. So yeah, make sure you leave the gap of about 2 centimetres at the top, and then once we've filled up all the jars, who's a legend, we'll start filling up. We just put the mixture, the vinegar mixture, through a muslin cloth, and now we are going to soak. Steady Susan. Each. I don't know if we're going enough. Each bottle, which is sterilised. I don't think we are going to have enough. Shocking.
Hello, I'm good.
Okay, so we've muslined and sieved the vinegar and the spice, and all you've got to do is fill up the jars with the ash seeds in, and then leave it for 3 months, and then they taste really good with cheese. One last thing, so when we were out earlier on, we also picked some more elderflower. I'm finishing this solo because everyone else is doing bedtime. Basically, cut the stems off, stuff the flowers into sterilised jars. Again, just leave 1 centimetre at the top. Then all you need to do then is just boil just straight cider vinegar, pour it onto the top, leave it to cool, then put the jars on. This stuff is great as a pickle with meats. It's really good with salads. As well, you can actually drink the vinegar. It's a good gargle if you've got a bad throat. There's probably many other things. I'm dropping them all on the floor now. There's probably many other things that I can't think of. There is something else. But whatever, it's good. Go for it. Elderflower pickled. It's bath time upstairs if you're wondering what's happening. Right, we had 2 extra ash seed jars left, so all I'm doing now, I'm just going a bit freestyle, chucking in some garlic cloves, chopping them in half. I've chopped in 3 garlic cloves in each. Going to chuck in some peppercorns as well. I'll mix these up in a bit. And some chilies. So I'm going to chuck in, if I had whole chilies, I'd put them in. I'm going to chuck in about a teaspoon of chili flakes. I'll never forget having pickled onions in my grand's years ago, and there were chili pickled onions, and they blew my face off. So hopefully, I haven't ever done it with that. Okay, what we're going to do, we're just literally just boiling up the straight apple cider vinegar, which is going to go into the elderflower, and then with the cider vinegar that's left over, I'm literally just going to mix in 2 tablespoons of curry powder and 2 tablespoons of garam masala, and then we're going to have a two curried seed pots there. Good morning. Ooh, sun's out again. So, I was this morning gonna go off and try and find, if possible, some dandelion buds, which is probably too late really, and some ramson buds as well, basically wild garlic buds. And we were going to pickle them in different, brine them first of all, basically with salt, get the moisture out, and then pickle them with a variety of different things like fresh thyme, lemon, stuff like that. And it's a bit like capers really, but lush. But time gets in the way of all this. You know, I was going to pickle bramble stems as well. So we're just going to stick with the ash keys. I'm only mentioning this because it's something that I do all the time. I try and cram so much in. And one thing that has been learnt well, there's a few things, but one thing to do with work that's been learnt from this whole COVID situation is you can only do what you can do in the time. I hope people enjoy. I'll edit it and send it out now, and next week we got a couple of Bristol foraging legends. I will leave it like that.